Hey folks, I'm back. This is number two. This is the video number two right here, son. My name is Daniel, and I'm doing a sales video for a new concept called the Jesus Precepts. And it's new. It's never been done the way Jesus said. And he knew it was never going to happen. He knew it was never going to happen. He said so in John 16:4. He said, "These things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I have told you of them." It's 2,000 years later, folks. It's 2,000 years later, and we may remember that he told us of them. But the time already has come because I do remember that he told us of them. That's the change. We needed 2,000 years of all of them preachers and all the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, the terrible days of the church that's done so many things. And then here comes Martin Luther, and he changed a lot of it and got the protest thing going. And I mean, it's all gone through the over and over and over to get where we are right now today. But today we have the internet. Today, it don't take no big shot to come out here with a lot of money. I can get on here and just tell the truth as I see it. Somebody needs to tell the truth about Jesus. I don't know what it means. I don't know what Jesus meant. I don't know what all the depth of all his understanding was, but I know what he said. And I'm going to teach the truth of what he said because that's the place to start. That's the truth of what he said. And it all starts to me with what did he say for us to do. The Jesus Precepts by Daniel Putnam Green. You go right to the website, buddy, and you can order one. I think you ought to order one. I think you'll like it, man. TheJesusPrecepts.com. Go on and get you a book, man. I think I dropped it. Hold on a second. Let me get my book up. I dropped it on the floor. It took 2,000 years because it was too hard. Right when Jesus was alive, it was too hard. Nobody wanted to believe it. Peter couldn't accept it. James and John couldn't accept that thing. But they remembered it. They wrote it down. They got it recorded, but they couldn't quite live it. They couldn't grasp it. It was too hard. Stephen came along right after that. They killed Jesus for what he said. There's no other reason that they killed him other than the words that he spoke. And here comes Stephen, one of the big early followers right there in Acts, and he was teaching it just like Jesus taught it. And he says, "Well, if you want to kill me, go ahead and kill me." And they killed him. Paul was holding the coats while they stoned him to death, while they stoned Stephen to death. Paul didn't throw a stone, but he held the coats and watched it go down right in front of him. And they killed him. And this guy saying, "It's all right. Go ahead, kill me. Ain't no problem. I love Jesus. I'm going to go live with Jesus if you don't want me here. But I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to fight against you. I'm going to be as harmless as a dove and take whatever comes." And for 2,000 years, nobody could have taught what Jesus taught without getting killed just the same. It was too tough. It was too tough of a message to love your enemy and, what? But now we have the internet. We've got the different say. I can sell it on Amazon, and I can do my preaching and teaching on YouTube, which I ain't doing yet. I'm not preaching it yet. I'm going to come back and preach it at some point, but I don't want the preaching to be hooked up with the selling. When I come back and preach, it's going to be because I've sold enough books to where I can live on my book sales. There's nothing wrong with writing a book and selling a book. But I think there's something definitely wrong with trying to get up and preach about Jesus and then ask for money. Okay, now you got to give me some money. I'm going to pass this bucket around. I think that passing the bucket around is wrong. I think it's wrong going forward. I'm not saying it was wrong in the past. I'm not saying anybody that's done it in the past was wrong, because that was the getting by Christianity. As we enter into the new Christianity, there's going to be nobody making the Father's house a house of merchandise. It's not going to be done. Jesus never passed the bucket for money when he preached. Paul never passed the bucket. Peter never passed the bucket. Nobody in the whole Bible ever passed the bucket during a fellowship meeting, during a preaching time, during a worship time. There was no money collected during a worship time, not in the Bible. Even in the Old Testament, they had the tithe. No tithe in the New Testament. But even in the Old Testament, they had the tithe, but they never collected money during the worship meeting. No, no. When I preach, it's going to be no money. You don't have to pay no money to hear me preach. I'm never going to get on that. but I ain't preaching yet. The preacher in shades has got to wait a minute because right now we got a salesman in shades and I'm selling the book, folks. I hope you buy one. I think you're going to like it. It's everything Jesus told us to do and pretty much, well, nothing else. Not pretty much, but it is just nothing else. It's all of the commands and the instructions and the things. It's not everything Jesus said. He spoke a lot of prophecy. He quoted a lot of the Old Testament. He told a lot of parables. He had conversations with people. But I've gone through and just plucked out the things that require us to do something, require us to be something, require us to think a different way, require us to say things, require us to not say or not do or not be. All of his things that required us to take action. What actions should we take for Jesus? We should take the actions he told us to take. That's the one we should take. And if you want to get them, come on and get my book because I think you're going to like it. Or just go through the Bible and study what Jesus said because that's the same stuff, man. God bless you and good luck on your journey. That's my new saying. I didn't get it on the first video, but that's the one I'm going to try to end with from now on because I like that one. God bless you. God bless you. And good luck on your journey. I'll catch you on the rebound, man. Bye.